Hello friends, welcome again to the tetrahedron chemistry classes. So in my lecture series of combined spectral problems, today I am going to discuss another problem, and very quickly we will solve this particular problem and see how we can actually arrive the structure with the help of the following spectra. So as usual, what we will do, we will check the molecular formula which is given in the problem actually. Okay. So the first step is what? You are having C4 H8O2. This you have given. Calculate the hydrogen deficiency index, that is HDI. Okay. Formula is 2N plus 2 minus M into H divided by 2, and this should be 2 multiplied by 4 because 4 carbon atoms are there, plus 2 minus M is the number of the hydrogen atoms, which are 8 here, divided by 2. If you solve this problem, then you will get 1. And if you have the 1, that means your structure may have the one ring or it may have the one double bond. Okay. So what we will do, we will actually draw the structure for this C4H8O2, which actually having the ring and the your double bond. Okay. So first structure which we can think of, this structure O and OH. Okay. And second structure which we can think of, CH3, CH2, CH2, C double bond O, OH. This could be the possibility. Okay. And here in that case, third structure which you may think of, this O, CH2, CH3. So these three possibilities are there, and you have to check which one is the correct one. So as I already told you, whenever you are having such kind of the problem, straightforward look for your proton NMR spectrum, right? Because proton NMR spectrum gives the good idea about the structure. Okay. So in that case, you see what proton NMR spectrum is having here. It is having the quadrate. This is the quadrate. Okay. Just like that. Okay. And this quadrate is having actually chemical shift of 4.1 ppm, and here you are having the singlet S, and this singlet is having the chemical shift of 2 ppm. So this was the singlet and this is the quadrate. Okay. And this one is the triplet. This is the triplet. Okay. And this triplet is having the chemical shift of 1.1 ppm. So you are having only 3 signals. We are having only 3 NMR signals. So we will look for the structure which is having the 3 NMR spectrum. Okay. So we will check this these compounds. Okay. So if we check the first one, right? So this will see type A proton, this is type B proton, this is type C, this is type D. So it should give the 4 NMR signals, but you have been given only 3 signals. So this cannot be your answer. Okay. However, you can argue this particular point. You can argue there may be the proton exchange. If the proton exchange occurs, then you can think that this structure should be like that: CH3, CH2, C double bond O, O negative. Okay. And in that case, you are having the A, B and C. That means 3 signals it will give you, and you have been given 3 signals. So this problem we can eliminate very easily. How? Focus on this methylene. If you check the splitting pattern by using the n+1 rule for this one, see, n is the number of the neighboring hydrogens. So neighboring hydrogens, it is having this CH3 and CH2. 5 neighboring hydrogens are there. You can write 5. 5 plus 1 equals to 6. 6 means you are having the sextate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Sextate. But you are not having the sextate in the NMR spectrum. So on the basis of this one, you can discard the first structure. So second structure. This second structure cannot be your answer. Okay. And see guys, chemical shift in the proton NMR spectrum as well as in the carbon NMR spectrum is not like that which confirms the presence of the ring compound. Okay. And on the basis of this proton NMR and the carbon structure, this ring compound can also be discarded. This cannot be your answer. If you don't have any idea about the chemical shift of the ring compounds, don't worry about that. In the later problems, I will solve the questions which will also have the ring structure, then I will explain all these things. But right now you can discard this possibility also on the basis of the chemical shift. And similarly, see, if you are not satisfied, then what you can do, you can check the NMR spectrum. NMR spectrum is having here in that case, mass spectrum. This mass spectrum is having the peak at 43, and there is no way for this particular compound, this actually cyclic compound, which will give you this particular peak. There is no possibility. So on the basis of the mass, you can discard. Okay. Now what you left with, actually you left only this with this structure. So I can write that structure again. You see, you are having this. This is CH3. This is C double bond O. This is O. This is CH2 and CH3. Okay. If you check the proton NMR data, so these are the 3 hydrogens, and it will give you the singlet. So these are the 3 hydrogens again. Okay, but this will give you the quadrate. Why quadrate? Because in the neighbor, not quadrate, it will give you the triplet. So you can write the triplet here. Straightforward, you can write the triplet. Why triplet? Because in the neighboring you are having the 2 hydrogens. If you apply the n+1 rule here, that means 2 plus 1, that will give you the 3. So it should be a triplet. Okay, and for this one, these are the 2 hydrogens, but it will give you the quadrate. Why quadrate? Because in the neighboring, you see in the neighbor vicinity you are having the 3 hydrogen. If we apply the n+1 rule, that means 3 plus 1, that will give you the 4, and 4 stands for the quadrate. Okay, and you have been given this quadrate. So it confirms that, see, this structure is also having this proton NMR spectrum is also having this quadrate, okay, which is here. Right, it is also having the singlet and the triplet. Now, what about the chemical shift? Right, you can see here, this quadrate should be, this quadrate should be most downfield. Why most downfield? Because it is directly connected with the electronegative oxygen, which is causing the de-shielding, right? And de-shielding means most downfield. Most downfield means highest chemical shift, highest delta ppm value or the chemical shift, and it is having the chemical shift of somewhere around 4.1 ppm. If you check the spectrum here, you see this one, this particular one, you can see the at 4.1 ppm. Okay. Now if you go further, you see, because this CH3, the singlet, this triplet is actually, you can see here, it is far away from the oxygen atom. So it is the most upfield. Upfield means the chemical shift value for this CH3 would be the least one, very little value, very small value it should have. And you can check in the spectrum, see here, it is having the value of the 1 ppm, this triplet. Okay. While this singlet will have the intermediate value. Why the singlet will have the intermediate value? Because this will give you the singlet. Okay. This will give you the singlet, and it is connected with the electronegative carbonyl. Okay. That is why it is having this structure. Okay. So this confirms that actually this confirms that you are having this particular structure. That means this compound is ester. So you can mark this structure as the correct structure. So if you want to go a little further, how you can confirm these things? Okay, let me. How actually you can confirm this, that your structure is correct one? Now check your carbon NMR here. You see here, in the carbon NMR you are having this delta value at 170 ppm, which indicates the carbonyl group of the ester. Okay. Now how ester, you know, if it was a acid, okay, so then you will have for acid you will have the different chemical shift. Okay, and that chemical shift would be say a little higher than this one. Ester is having 170, but this your if it is an acid, then for acid it will have 175 to 185, okay, and for esters this value is 165 to 175. This I have already told you, and so this data matches perfectly with the ester. So this will give you the idea, okay. And similarly you can see depth NMR is also given. So depth NMR, you see here methyl group are up, you are having 2 up signals, and 2 up signals that are possible for this methyl and for this particular methyl. This is the methylene, the down signal, which is this one. So depth NMR is also confirming this thing. Now if you want to check your IR spectrum, okay guys, so if you see this IR spectrum here, so your IR spectrum is giving you the peak at band at 741, okay. So 741 is basically for the carbonyl stretching for esters. This you should remember, right? And see, I already told you, whenever you are having this IR spectrum, then you should have this characteristic frequencies, okay, and these characteristic stretching frequencies would be different for esters and would be different for the acids. See, for acids actually, I have already told you it is somewhere around 1730 to 1700 centimeter inverse. It is for acids actually, okay. And if you have the esters, for esters it is having 1750 to 1735 in between these range, and where you are having this 1741, you can see here. So this confirms that it is in between this range, so it is the ester. So IR also suggesting that it is a ester, and moreover you can see here, if you want, then 2984, basically 2984 is what? It is CH stretch of the methyl, okay, and CH of the methyl, okay, this methyl is there and this methyl is there. This is just like that. And another point you may observe here, that is 1243. What is this? See, 1100 to 1300 centimeter inverse. If you have this particular range, you can write or you can write in the another manner also, 1300 to 1100. This actually shows the carbon single bond oxygen, and of course this ester is having this carbon. This, if you focus here, this is what? Carbon and oxygen, carbon single bond oxygen. So this is indicating this one. So IR is also giving the better idea about this one. And one more thing, if you want, then you can go for the your mass spectrum also. How we can go for the mass spectrum? Very quickly we can see, we are having this structure CH3, C double bond O, O, CH2, CH3, okay, positive and dot. This is the molecular ion, but in case of the esters, you are having the very weak molecular ion, weak molecular ion, okay. That's why you can see here at 88 you are having very small peak here. So it will actually having the M by Z, sorry, it will have the M by Z value of the 88. Now next signal which you are having here, you are having the signal at 43, right. So what how generally we do, we take this 88, we subtract that 43 from it, this will give you the 5, okay, right, and then this will give you the 45, okay. That means you have to subtract the 45 from here, right. So how we can subtract the 45 from here? You can go for the alpha cleavage. Say it will cleave from here, so this will remove as radical and this will come here. So what fragment you will have? You will have this fragment CH3, C, triple bond O positive, and CH3, CH2O dot. It's a free radical. So if you calculate the weight of this one, so 12 into 2, that is 24, 24 plus 3 of other hydrogens are there. So 24 plus 3 plus 16, okay, that will give you the 43. So you are having the peak at 43 here, you see. So this 43 is due to this particular ion, M by Z value. So the mass spectrum is confirming this one, Okay, then if you want to get the peak at 29, so again you can go for the another cleavage. You can cleave this bond from here actually. Okay, so this will move here, this will come here, and then you are having the peak CH2 and CH3 with a positive. Okay, and this will actually having M by Z value of 29. So mass spectrum is also confirming. So this is how, by using your IR, mass, NMR, you can conclude the structure. So this was the structure. But guys, if you focus, see, I want to show you something. Say if you go for the, first of all you focus here, it is C4H8O2. If you go for the previous problem which I have solved in my last lecture, you see here it is also having, no, it is having C3. Okay, it is the different problem. There is no problem in that. Okay, so this is how you can solve a very important problem. Okay, and in the next class I will solve another problem. I hope you like the lecture. If you like the lecture, please subscribe the tetrahedron chemistry classes and do share with your friends also. Okay, thank you very much.